You're welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily. Time now to move into our communities to look at some pressing issues happening around us. Now, this morning we are going to the northern region, to Numba, and you know the issue of maternal mortality has been in the news for some time. Now, earlier we seemed to be doing well, but now there has been some issues, that we need to talk about. Now, there seemed to also be an intervention that will help with this whole healthcare delivery. Now, we'll take a look at this report filed by our correspondent, Mohammed Alabira. When we come back, we will delve into the conversation.
The issue of inadequate transport for expectant women in the Nanumba North municipality has been identified as a major contributing factor to the incidence of maternal mortality in the area. Although there are CHIPS compounds scattered across the municipality, women in labor are unable to access it in real time, a situation health professionals in the area have described as worrying. More worrying is when the need to attend to emergencies arises. In most instances, transportation becomes a challenge, hence the resultant unfortunate consequences of high rate of maternal mortality. To address the challenge, the Northern Development Authority, through the Nanumba North Municipality, has presented 2 motorcycle ambulances to the Nanumba North Health Directorate to be distributed to the CHIP compounds in the communities. The beneficiary communities are the Bakpaba and Joanna Ayule CHIPS compounds. This, according to the municipal chief executive, will go a long way to reduce maternal mortality in the area.
We've handed over 2 tricycle ambulances to the director of health services in the municipality to be given to some 2 CHIPS compounds of his choice. Actually, these tricycles were procured and given to all the 16 MMDAs in the northern region. Every MMDA has 2 of these tricycles. And you will agree with me that most of the CHIPS compounds are far away from the municipal capital. And as a result of that, if a woman is in labor, they find it difficult transporting her from the CHIPS compound to the municipal hospital. So these tricycles will help in easing that problem, and also will help reduce maternal mortality in the municipality.
The MCE urged the directorate to ensure proper maintenance of the tricycles.
I'm only urging the municipal health directorate to ensure that the tricycles are properly kept and maintained. But this is not the first time we are given these tricycles to health facilities. That you go there and see that some of them are parked for want of what maintenance. So I'm just urging that a maintenance committee should be put in place so that at least the routine maintenance and little repairs that it needs are done so that it can prolong the lifespan of these ambulances.
The Municipal Director of Health Service in the Nanumba North Municipality, Mr. Francis Atiabo, believes the motor tricycles ambulance will help improve health delivery in the communities.
We just received 2 motor tricycles ambulances from the Municipal Assembly from Northern Development Authority, and we think that these ambulances will go a very long way to help us improve on our referral system. Actually, the motorbikes will be handed over to specific CHIPS compounds to enhance referral from those CHIPS compounds to the municipal hospital and also to the health centers that the CHIPS compounds are operating under. And we think that giving the motor tricycle to them will also motivate the staff to, make sure that those referral systems are improved. We also want to hand over the motor tricycles to the community health management committees at the various CHIPS compounds where the motor tricycles will be sent to, so that they can have oversight responsibility over the motorbikes and make sure that the community themselves receive the motor tricycles and then contribute to the maintenance of the motor tricycles so that the lifespan of the tricycles will be prolonged.
He said the ambulances will be given to the Community Health Management Committee, who will ensure effective maintenance.
We intend sending the two motor tricycles to Nakpa chiefs and then Pakaba chiefs. Pakaba chiefs is along Yindi Bimbila route, and then Nakpa is one of the chiefs compounders very from the health center and even from the municipal hospital. And so the tricycle going to Nakpa chiefs will be one of the greatest things that will improve the referral system in that area.
Some of the ambulances provided under the governor's One District, One Ambulance initiative have broken down, a situation that is impacting negatively on affected communities.
So there you have it. Motor tricycle ambulances. David, so I'm just trying to understand this whole concept, and also understand the need for ambulances and what ambulances for. And I think that one of the main issues and the measures that require us to need ambulances is speed. How fast you can transport whoever needs health care, to a proper health facility.
And in the process of transfer,
yeah,
also be able to offer first aid.
Exactly. So the ambulance is not supposed to be the hospital. It just provides, some form of assistance. It's a stopgap measure for you to be rushed to the hospital. Now we have, for want of a better word, Aboboyas doing that, In a way, it's better than nothing. But really, is that it? No. When I heard motor tricycle ambulances, I was like, okay, and when did that also start coming in?
Yeah.
And who created these? What really do we have inside these ambulances? Now, how well can it accommodate someone who is sick and someone, a healthcare giver? Can they comfortably even be in this space? Can the person lie properly? Can they be given the oxygen? I really would want to know what is in that. And in terms of movement, in terms of speed, how quickly can
they move?
A tricycle move you to a health facility? If somebody is in danger, if there is an emergency, can the Aboboya do a better job, So
I guess, like you said, it's better than nothing. So if, let's say, your only option was, let's say, a donkey, then of course a tricycle is a better option, right? But is that the best we can do? It's a question that we have to ask ourselves. And maybe the solution is looking at it from the perspective of there was nothing, and now there's this. So maybe for now.
No, and really, why was there nothing in the first place? Because there was an ambulance. The ambulance is broken down. Do you get where I'm coming from? Why was there nothing? What happened to the ambulance? Is it just a write-off vehicle now? Why can't we fix it? When the ambulance was having issues, why did we not maintain them? Why did we not fix them? Why did we have to get to a stage where now we have to use tricycles? If we could not maintain an ambulance, a proper vehicle, if we did not find the need to make sure that they were in good shape, what makes us think that we can do so with tricycles?
It's a very good point you raise, because at the end of the day, anybody making the argument that the vehicle is broken down and as though you're helpless, mind you, all around us and even in the same constituency in Anumba North, you will find vehicles that have been on the road for 20, 30 years. And they've been maintained, and they are still moving on the road. So what's the issue? How come that an ambulance, a state-of-the-art machine that has equipment in it, that is life-saving equipment, when the ambulances were outdoored at the Independence Square, before they were distributed to various constituencies, I was there on the ground, and I saw what was inside there, automatic the heart defibrillator,
Yeah.
you know, and all those things. It's oxygen
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
those things were in there. So it's not just a transport means.
Yeah.
You see, it's also a stopgap measure to help provide either first aid or a life-saving oxygen and these other things on your way to the facility. You see, so I mean, for me,
Of course, now, if we could not maintain an ambulance, if we did not find the need to maintain a proper ambulance, I don't know what we are going to be doing with tricycles. Because that
what is in the tricycle?
Exactly, because that is our issue. Look,
Yeah.
we all take our vehicles to the workshop from
Yeah,
time
for
to
that,
time.
yeah.
If my vehicle...
Mine is gone this morning.
You know, if my car has issues and I
Yeah.
decide not to fix it, not to maintain
it's
it,
a choice you make.
it is a choice.
Yeah.
I mean, it tells on who I am. You know, in a matter of months, I won't have a car.
Yeah.
And that is a problem. State properties are no one's properties.
Yeah.
Nobody is taking care of them. And my point is, why?
But
what
should that
happened?
be the case? though?
Exactly.
Because there's somebody appointed to be in charge of a certain jurisdiction, and so everything that is in this that belongs to the state is under your care, right? As the
And
appointee
these
of
are
the
people
president.
who will take their private vehicles
Yes,
to
to the
the
workshop.
right places
Yeah.
for servicing.
Yeah.
You know, they won't even wait for the cars to break down. They will service their cars. Why are we not doing that to the state properties that have been entrusted in our care?
Yeah.
What happened to the ambulance? And you see, the issue is when things like this happen, nobody says anything. Nobody does anything.
Yeah.
We all agree that, okay, so the ambulance is broken down. Nothing can be done about it. We need a new ambulance.
Yeah.
You know, and we have descended. We've come this low to use tricycles. You know, I mean, that's not something that anybody should clap for anyone here,
Yeah.
because I really don't understand why we should be using tricycles as ambulances. Will we have tricycles at Kolebu as ambulances? We will have tricycles at Reg.
Yeah.
So why do we have
From Fanoche,
tricycles
we
at
won't have
exactly?
tricycles at
Why are we using tricycles as ambulances at Nanumba North?
Yeah,
Why?
yeah. Tamale Hospital doesn't use tricycles.
And what happened to the ambulance that was given to them? You know,
Yeah.
because they tell us that it's broken down. What happened?
Yeah.
Is it beyond repair?
Yeah.
Were we maintaining these vehicles, the ambulances? You understand? So what really is this tricycle really supposed to do? I mean, I'm looking at somebody is in danger. Somebody has an emergency, and it's tricycle we are using. Well, it's better than walking.
Yeah.
But sometimes walking is even better. You get it. But really, it really doesn't work that well for me. And I don't think that is something that we need to applaud anybody for.
Well, I'm definitely not applauding anyone. I mean, I feel like we need to talk to our correspondent to find out exactly what the thinking, you know, is regarding this situation and why it is that there was the need to procure these, and whatever monies were used to procure these, would it not have been enough to put the ambulance back in repair?
Exactly.
You know, and make it useful. I don't know. I think that sometimes we make excuses to ourselves and for ourselves in terms of not aspiring to better. You know, it's almost like, oh, the Accra people, they are Accra people. That's why, so they can do that. But we who are here, we will manage this one like that. You know, and I think that I definitely want to understand the thinking.
You know what? I think that as a people, we have to start refusing crumbs. You know, I mean, we all should be part of the national cake.
Yeah.
And no Ghanaian is better than the other in terms of whatever to accept crumbs while other people are having the better loaves.
And mind you, these tricycles were provided by the Northern Development Authority.
Yes.
You see, so I'm asking myself, okay, so the whole authority, when you sat to plan, was there no thinking to say, listen, what's the state of the ambulance? Let's send in mechanics. We will pay for it. Let's get it fixed. Let's put it back on the road. Rather than saying, let's go and buy
Tricycle and transform it into an ambulance.
Transform into an ambulance, which of course we know how we do our transformations. I have a lot of questions. I want to see a picture of the tricycle. I mean, does it have a stretcher? Is it big enough to have a stretcher? Can somebody lie down and be strapped in
Well,
safely
but
in moving?
And also have a healthcare giver.
And a healthcare giver in there as well.
Because mind you, the ambulance
That's the
is
whole
for
idea.
exactly, you know,
see,
to be
it's
given
safe transportation.
Yes.
You know, so you saw a picture of see that blue picture, the blue vehicle there.
Oh, we don't understand the whole
Maybe
equation.
maybe we don't understand what's going on. But it would be nice to see the tricycle. There we see. You see? Okay, so this maybe it's long enough for somebody to lie in, and then I wonder if there's a stretcher in there. You know that.
But that is an ambulance is supposed to have
be
that.
strapped safe. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay. But it doesn't look like there's a stretcher in there.
But I'm sure you can lie in it. But does it come with
But
ventilators and
you
stuff?
lie on the floor, or what?
Yeah, but I mean, if you're going to sit on a motorbike and they give you a tricycle that you can lie, you can put something down there for you to lie on. Well.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, our correspondent Mohammed Alabira brought us this report, and we're looking to speak with him shortly to help us to understand a bit better, you know, what the challenges and the issues are regarding this. Yeah, because no, but what you saw there, I don't know. I mean, you see, on the outside it looks like, oh, you see this, and it's got coat of arms and everything on it.
Yeah, but it's
and NDA is also on it.
Yeah, it's from government. Yeah. Right, so we've been joined by our Northern Regional Correspondent, Mohammed M. Alabira. Thank you very much for your time, Alaji.
Thank you, Ajia.
Right, so I want to believe that, Nanumba North receiving these ambulances should be a welcoming news for them, right?
Hello.
Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, the voice is not that clear to me, please.
Okay, so I'm trying to understand the mood and feel, in Nanumba North as they received the ambulances.
Yes, actually, it was a very exciting moment at the time the tricycle ambulances were presented to the health directorate here. Nanumba North is one of the largest, if not the biggest constituency in the northern region here.
Okay.
With several and the communities are actually scattered, and there are so many challenges to this community. One, lack of proper road network to the communities, and then electricity is also another challenge. Many of the communities are not connected to electricity. They have very bad road network. So government in bringing health care to the doorstep of the people, establish peace compounds across the constituency. And Granadli and Bakara, these are the two beneficiary communities, chief compounds that were given these ambulances. And Granadli, over almost 50 communities depend on Granadli chief compound. And the communities, some have to cross rivers or dams before coming to Granadli Health Clinic. And the ambulances that were given by government, actually they are stationed in Bimbila, the municipal capital. And the ambulances given to the communities, like I said, there are no proper routes. So the ambulances will not get routes to move to the community if there are emergencies in the communities.
So if the ambulances cannot, use the roads, how safe are these tricycles on our roads? Because we know the weight of tricycles and how they move. If the roads are that bad.
Yes, these tricycles are in a way will ameliorate the situation because one, the communities themselves, they have these tricycles to carry their foodstuffs to the market center. So there is already a small route or a route for them that they can easily pass. So now, the roads,
please go on. Go on.
Hello.
Yes, right. So were you able to check properly the ambulances, the tricycle ambulances, and what did you find inside?
Yes, inside the ambulances were that there were beds that could be removed, like in case they get to the point, they can take out the bed, go and carry the patient into the into the ambulance, and there is also oxygen for the patient. I mean, to be able to, go through the transportation place.
Oh, okay. All right. So in essence, it's like a mini version of the ambulances that we know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
do you know what has happened to the Nanumba North ambulance itself?
Yes, the Nanumba North ambulance itself. Personally, it's been a long time since I have seen it. I always see there is a small one, but not the one that was presented as part of the one district or one ambulance district. There is a small one there, and one of the major challenges about this ambulance is that sometimes the fare they charge people before bringing them to the hospital center is also is also something that people will not want to use, because when they come there, they actually, personally, I was thinking that maybe it's something that will help them, but sometimes the charges that these ambulances give to them, it's not easy.
But do people have to pay for the tricycle ambulances as well?
No, this one, the charge is not that much, and they will bring them to the hospital. It is after, treatment that they will pay something for it, but not immediately, please.
So this is the normal tricycle that we all know, right?
Yes.
So
in the normal tricycle.
Okay.
And,
in terms of speed, because we know that ambulances come in during emergencies, in terms of speed, how will this help?
Yeah, actually, in the best. That's a difficult thing, because I don't know. Here they were talking of maternal mortality, which means that maybe I don't know whether at the same time there could be. It is possible that at the same time 2 women could be in labor in one community also. But actually that didn't come to my attention to actually find out from them how they will manage 2 women at the same time, or 2 patients at the same time, please.
Now, how many ambulances how many of them will go to each CHIPS compound?
1.
Okay. And how many CHIPS compound are we talking about here?
The 2 beneficiary ones were 2. That is Joanna Ayili and then Bakbaba. Bakbaba is on the Bimbila Yendi.
Okay.
So if the ambulance takes it from Bakbaba, maybe if the condition is so critical, it can go to Yendi or the road from Bakbaba to Bimbila. The road is good. That is the Eastern Corridor road.
Okay.
It is very perfect.
All right.
Yes.
Now, we see 2 white ambulances, 2 tricycle ambulances, and 1 blue one. Is that correct?
Yes. 1 ambulance per chief compound, please.
Okay. All right.
Yes. And there are many of these, like I said earlier, many of these compounds without light. So storage of basic medicine there is a challenge for most of these chief compounds. Okay. Many of them are connected to electricity. So I don't but seriously, it's something that I am planning to look at.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Mohammed Alabira. He is our correspondent for the Northern region and helping us to understand a little bit better. So I think that hearing him describe it, I can understand why this intervention has come about. So first of all, the constituencies are very large, land mass wise, okay, in terms of the physical spaces, they are very large. You have 1 ambulance, Okay, which he says, by the way, it's been a long time since he saw it, even at the main hospital. But you have a lot of CHIPS compound dotted around, right? And so I think that the essence of it is for the CHIPS compound all to have one of these small ambulances, tricycle ambulances, available, so that if they have to go into the community that they serve and bring somebody to the facility, they can do it, quicker and easier, as opposed to depending on the main ambulance. And you have one CHIPS compound here, another one here, another one here, another one here, and each compound serves several communities.
Yeah.
You see, so the one ambulance that is there is woefully inadequate for all the.
But it will move faster. What the ambulance?
No, based on what he was describing, it may actually not move faster in terms of the road network. So
But
he said there are places where there is no road.
Why do we keep solving symptoms instead of the real issue?
Well, you see, the problem is that
it?
it's somebody's job to build the road.
The
road hasn't been built. In the meantime,
I get you.
The people need health care.
I get it.
Yeah.
But now, my worry is, that's why I asked him, is it the normal Aboboya that we know? Because we know the way
it's been transformed.
Does it change?
And it's been given oxygen.
But you see, that's my issue. Look, David, when you are behind an Aboboya that is carrying refuse, you see the way they move, even on
very precarious.
It's almost as if you are worried and you don't want to be too close because you feel it's not safe. This thing can topple over at any point.
Yeah.
And that is why I asked him, is it the same thing that we know? And at this point, it is not goods that we have inside.
No,
we have human beings inside. Probably, a pregnant woman inside, Well, anyway, in the absence of nothing, I think we just have to do
we have
this.
the health director for the Nanumba North Municipality, Francis Atiagbo. Good morning, sir. Welcome to Breakfast Daily. Hello? Hello? Mr. Atiagbo? Hello, good morning. All right, looks like we don't have him on the line at the moment, but hopefully we'll talk to him soon. No, I want to find out from them how they feel about it.
They'll be excited about it.
But why? You see, because the information they have is, there must be something that they know that makes them excited, and we sitting here.
Isn't it obvious that in the absence of nothing, if you have to carry a pregnant woman at your back, if you have to take them, to the hospital on foot, and you get in this, you should be very excited about it. But I feel that as a nation, we can do better.
Yeah. All right. Mr. Francis Atiagbo, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Hello?
Hello, good morning. Welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Good morning.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you.
Talk to us about this intervention that has come your way from the National Northern Development Authority, the ambulances. Sometimes we sitting far away from the daily nuances of what goes on within the Nanumba North may, say that, look, you deserve better. We need ambulances, proper ambulances, of a certain caliber and so on and so forth. But this is what has come your way. How much of an intervention, how much of a good intervention is this, considering all factors?
Okay. Thank you very much for the opportunity. The Nanumba North Municipality is one of the largest municipalities in the northern region, and then access to most of the health facility remain a big challenge. Most of the routes are not motorable by the national ambulance, and so most of the people normally depend on the motorbikes and then these motoking to transport their patients to the nearest bigger health facility like the hospital.
Okay.
And so when Northern Development Authority, donated the tricycle ambulances to us, we saw it as a good intervention to help reduce the issues relating to referrals from the lower level, like the chief's compound and then some of the health centers.
Yeah.
So, so the tricycle ambulances normally transport the people from the rural areas to the nearest health facility.
Okay.
To make sure that the people get the quality health service that they need at the higher level.
Okay. So as a health director, I mean, looking at this, Motor King ambulance, how it looks precarious from where I sit, but for you, looking at what facilities it has vis-a-vis what it doesn't have and all of that, what is it like?
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, the line is very faint.
Okay, let me try and raise my voice a bit. I'm just saying that, looking at it and the footage that we're seeing, we're looking at this Motor King that seems to have been transformed into an ambulance of sorts. How much of an intervention is, as a health director, looking at what it comes with? I can see there's a bed in there, there's a couple of seats in there. Is it safe enough? Because we also know from our experience looking at Motor King, when especially the Abubuya that we see, that it can be pretty precarious on the roads. How safe is it?
Well, for the safety of the Motor King motor tricycle ambulance that the Northern Development Authority donated, we've looked at the Motor King, and then the places that we've sent them to, the roads are motorable in a way. So, yes, though it may not be suitable for some other communities, but the places that we have deployed those motor tricycle ambulances to, the roads are fairly motorable, and so it will help solve the problem that we are facing currently.
Now, what stops us from getting ambulances, properly so-called fully kitted ambulances? Yes, what stops us from doing that? Is it a cost factor? Is it a road network factor? What's the challenge?
Yeah. For the ambulances, for the proper ambulances, I think the challenge has to do with finance, and also even they procure the motor, the proper ambulances. Some of the communities will still not be able to get access to the ambulance because the roads are not motorable, and then the ambulance cannot even go to those communities. And so we need the Motor King ambulances to complement the national ambulance, the proper ambulance.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Mr. Atiagbo. Thank you very much for speaking to us. So you heard it from the Municipal Health Director at the Nanumba North Municipality. It seems like it's a necessary evil that will come to help the situation as it is. The roads are obviously not good enough in a lot of the places, and a place where a four-wheel vehicle will struggle to go, a three-wheel vehicle may find it easier to maneuver, and it seems as though that is it. So in the absence of Honorable Amakwata's intervention of building roads in that place, the Northern Development Authority has come up with this idea, and I think it's a good one.
God, now, look. Sometimes if you don't laugh over some of these issues, you will cry. Why do we have chips compound at places where vehicles cannot go?
Yeah, but the people live there.
The people live there, but my point is, what does it take to grade the road? Do you get where I'm coming from? You are trying to provide health care.
Yeah.
Why do you situate it at a place where the people who are sick, who cannot walk, cannot access it? I don't know if you understand my question. What does it take not to tar the road, but to grade it, make it accessible so vehicles can use the road? Because once somebody is sick, this is not going to the farm. This is not going to the stream. This is not somebody who is just
it's an emergency.
Healthy enough. Thank you very much. It's an emergency. So why do we go and site CHIPS compound at places where a taxi can't go, a normal ambulance can't go. You are trying to bring healthcare closer to the people.
Yeah.
And yet it's as a place where the sick can't access it. When somebody is sick, they cannot walk properly there. They can't.
No, but from
yes, David.
The truth of the matter also is that the CHIPS compound, you can't have 100 of them. So the few that we have to be positioned in such a way that all the communities are
you
served
very much.
equally.
Is it not because, you see, is it not because we can't have too many of them?
Yeah.
That is why the ones that we are building or constructing should have proper access roads to them to make it easier, because we can have CHIPS compound at every neighborhood, at every street, just to say that you can easily even carry somebody there.
Yeah.
So if a car can't go there, I mean, it's just a few meters away from your home.
Yeah.
Because that is not the case, that is why it should be, I mean, constructed in such a way that every...
No, so the construction is one, but the access is a different thing.
And that's my
So now
point,
we should
that
build
what is the
access
point?
routes
If
for
we
all
have,
the communities.
thank you, because if we have a CHIPS compound, but cars can't go there, really, then how are we going to do it? So when people are not well, we should carry them on our backs to the CHIPS compound. Is that what we are saying? All these excavators and stuff like that we said are missing and all that. Can we not just go and get some greater beats? You know, I don't understand. Maybe my
No,
I'm illiterate when it comes to construction
No,
and some
you are,
of
no,
these
I
things.
don't think you are. I think the issue is that we've not done well when it comes to these things. Because I have sat here and called for this before, and I'm calling for it again, that listen, let's do practical things. You see, pragmatic and practical things. If we can't build the road, the least we can do is to keep the road graded.
Exactly. And you see, some of these things, some of these campaign promises and stuff like that, when I come, I'll build CHIPS compound. When I come, I'll do this. And so when you come, you have to do it, whether it's in the bush, whether it's in town, wherever it is.
Nobody, 111 crown.
And we'll be right back after this break.